In an exclusive interview with Legal Era, Mr. B. Gopalakrishnan, head legal Axis Bank, would share his thoughts of joining legal profession and the future. What brought you into the legal profession, sir? And in the hindsight, do you think your love for English literature helped you become a more perspective lawyer?
As I've told always, see, what brought me into the legal profession is because my father, who always wanted me to do law, and because he himself was a lawyer, he was a leading income tax and sales tax lawyer, and he always thought that I'll complete my MA English literature and become a lecturer in a college, and which he was not very comfortable with, and therefore he forced me to join law. And I thank him for what it is. Otherwise, I thank him because it is because of him I am here in this position, and I think he had the farsightedness to come to a conclusion that law was something which is suitable for me. He must have found something in me, I don't know what it is. And thereafter I started practice with my father, and for the first 2 years, see, I was just going around with my father, but definitely I was noting things, but I was not very active. And subsequent to that, I became very serious, and I was able to convince him that I can become a good lawyer. And there were lots of instances where he had to acknowledge the fact that his son can take over and he can practice law. The second part of the question, whether English literature enabled me to become a good lawyer, is concerned language, especially in India. The higher courts, the commercial law, everything is depending, still it is drafted in English. So knowledge of English definitely helps in good drafting, and also a good expression of what you want, expressive powers. If you know English, that I think is something which is also an added advantage. Other than that, I don't think studying English literature has added anything to the profession, but on the hindsight, I am very satisfied that I took up law.
You started practicing commercial law much before the wave of economic liberalization set in. How do you think the legal landscape, particularly with respect to corporate law, has changed over the last 2 decades in India?
I think when I started practice, I never thought about economic liberalization as it happened in 1991 onwards, and I am very thankful that I was a part and parcel of it. And at that point of time, I was in the commercial capital of India, that was in Mumbai. When I started practice, see, my thrust of practice of commercial law was income tax, sales tax, and foreign exchange act. It was not foreign exchange management act and such other things which I call as commercial law. But I had an urge always that I should study more of company law, and I should come into the ways and means of drafting commercial contracts, and therefore I always had a feeling that I should move out of my town and come to a town where commercial laws are practiced. And after coming here in 1991, when the entire liberalization happened, as it is, I was able to be a part of it. I was able to understand things. What happens is, just because of my background as a commercial lawyer, and any commercial lawyer should know the basics of finance and and the business. And unless you know the business and finance, you can't have a good, you can't become a good commercial lawyer. Commercial law is not all simple law, but it is a combination. It's how you blend commercial and business into law and come out with a product. So as I told you, and after becoming a parcel of the commercial law, working with the biggest financial institution at that point of time, which used to dole out a lot of money to the commercial projects, I was very satisfied that I could learn a lot, and that over the years developed me. And today, every day is a challenge for any lawyer who is practicing in commercial laws. New products are happening, and you have to be innovative, and you cannot say that you cannot play by the rule book alone. You need to find out how the new products, innovative products which is necessary for building up the business, can be blend into the existing laws and make it workable. That's how we are doing, and every day that's a challenge I'm facing.
Legal profession today is more demanding and competitive than ever before. Do you think our legal education system is equipped to prepare young lawyers to deal with the challenges, or what more should be done to make legal education all-encompassing?
I think this is a very good question, because as I find it out, I mean no harm to anybody or nothing against anybody. When I studied law, it was law which was studied, and we never thought that we'll be practicing or into commercial laws or criminal laws or civil laws. What we have seen was only the courts there, and we have to go out and practice. Today the new generation, what happens is, see, they are not equipped as on date to practice in a court of law, or be it arbitration, or be it present their case before any authorities. What they are doing is, see, they only want to become kind of, they want to get a job in a good corporate and grow there, and I would say that 99% of them are becoming glorified clerks rather than becoming innovative by going out and thinking on their own. They are more concerned about the money. Now in our times, money was not there. No lawyer can aspire to get such a money which the lawyers now get in at the beginning. So therefore the legal education has to be revamped, because when I go out scouting for people in the legal schools, most of the legal schools, nobody wants to practice. I have never heard anybody saying that I want to go and practice in the court, be it high court, be it in the district court, or be in the Supreme Court. So I think after the basics of law is taught, and there should be a clear distinction, and people who have the flair and aptitude has to be divided, and those who wants to practice should be asked to practice, given special training to practice, and those who want to only become an armchair practitioner, like sitting, or a in-house counsel, they should be segregated. Today what happens is, basically what I feel is that in the absence of such eminent lawyers who can represent, or lawyers who can represent in the courts, it will have a long-term effect, because you don't get the best of judges and you don't get the best of practitioners. So after some time, the bench will become a kind of full of mediocre people who will not be able to understand many things. So I think we need a specialization after certain years of law education to say either aptitude test has to be there. If somebody wants to practice, let them practice. Somebody doesn't want to practice, let them go and become either in-house counsels or take up a job.